Welcome to this meditation. Begin to get yourself into a comfortable position, either seated or lying on the floor. And begin with your eyes open. Gaze at something just above eye level, not too far away, and then bring that object, that picture, whatever it is, into focus. And notice how that feels, placing all your attention, all your awareness, all your energy on something placed outside yourself. And then perhaps you may notice there is some effort in maintaining that focus on one thing. Now allow your vision to soften, visually taking in your surroundings, allowing your sight to soften and spread above you, to the sides of you, and even all around you, imagining what is behind you, allowing yourself to be seated in this circle of awareness. And gradually, gently flicker your eyes closed. Now bring your awareness to drawing your attention to the energy that you have expended, to everything outside yourself. Be it simply looking at your environment, or the energy expended on conversations, tasks, situations you've been in, and circumstances. Just begin to disconnect from all of that and use your imagination as a resource. Perhaps imagining beams of light being drawn back to your consciousness, or ribbons being cut. However you wish to imagine that, just do that now for a few moments, drawing all that energy back and drawing it back to a place in the center of your head. Staying relaxed with each breath, allowing that energy to come back to you, taking back the ownership of your energy, and notice how that feels. Now that you have a focal point of energy in the center of your headspace, just rest there for a few moments on this focal point. Notice how that feels. And now move your awareness, your attention to a focal point on the right side of your headspace, near your right ear, and notice how that feels. And then the left side of your headspace, towards the left ear, a focal point, and notice how that feels. And then bring your awareness to a focal point at the top of your headspace, your higher mind. Notice any change in perspective or feeling. And now we're going to move our awareness gradually down into our heart space. And we're going to do this by counting down from 10 to 1. And again, you can imagine this in whichever way is right for you, in whichever way your imagination uses as a resource. So perhaps imagine that you are going down some steps from your mind to your heart, or down an elevator, or even down via a lift, going down the different levels. So doing that now. 10, 9, 8, 7, just drifting. 6, 5, sinking down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now finding yourself in your heart space, the seat of your soul, and rest here. Now just settle on the rise and fall of your breath, being carried on the waves of your breathing, the ebb and the flow, breathing in and breathing out. And with each breath, connecting deeper still to your true self, the self that is within you, inside of you, free from any perceived ideas of who you should be. Just allowing yourself to be present, to be silent, to be still. Allowing yourself in this space, in this place, to to fully connect with your imagination, your limitless, powerful imagination. And imagine now, within your mind's eye, that you are somewhere in nature, somewhere beautiful, somewhere utterly beautiful, using all your powers of creativity and imagination. Perhaps it's somewhere that you've been before, somewhere that you would like to go, or somewhere that your creative imagination is making up for you, for your highest good. So engage with what you see all around you, what you can hear, or perhaps there's perfect silence. What you can feel, your feet on the ground, what you can touch with your hands. Perhaps what you can smell. Maybe there's even a lingering taste in your mouth. And finally, engaging with noticing how this place makes you feel emotionally. Allow all of that to happen now. And remembering that you are the creator of this. Even if it's somewhere you've been before, you are recreating this. Therefore, you have the power to make this however you want it to be, for your highest good. And you can make the colours brighter. You can make the sounds more joyful. You can make the temperature more comfortable. You can even just glide along the surface, not even having to bother to walk. Or you may prefer to feel your feet on the ground. Feel that connection. Engage with the mindfulness of your movements. And no matter what ailments you may have in the physical world, know that you can be free from them in your dreams, in your imagination. So, a short distance away, you see the most beautiful, most magnificent, most majestic lake. And again, this may be somewhere you've been before, somewhere that you have recreated in your mind once before. Or it may be somewhere entirely new. But make your way towards it and bring it alive within your mind fully be there. Be there now. As you reach the edge of the water, you find a large boulder to sit on. Miraculously, this boulder molds around you in such a comfortable way, allowing you to fully focus on the beauty all around you. The lake shimmers, the surface is glossy, silky, smooth, not a ripple in sight. And as you gaze on its beauty, on the stillness of this water, you notice a tiny little bird bobbing on the water. It's sunning itself, absorbing the warmth from the sun and the sky above. But then that little bird begins to question itself, question the peace and the quiet and the contentment. It starts to worry, and it starts to move, flapping and struggling and creating waves in the water that splash over it, making its feathers dense and wet. And it starts to over-worry and overthink and perpetuate a problem for itself. It struggles and fights and argues with the water, wanting to free itself. The more it struggles, the harder its situation becomes. But then, eventually, it realizes that as it tires itself out and becomes still again, that the water is also settling, becoming calm. It realizes that it is separate from the water, separate from any external problems. It allows the sun to warm and dry its feathers once more, and gracefully and easily and effortlessly it takes flight, free once more. And as you celebrate that freedom with that little bird, you feel a calling to enter that water. So you begin to walk into the water, one step at a time, and almost immediately the water cradles you, allows you to float effortlessly on the surface, feeling weightless, feeling unease in your movements, and feeling that softness, that silky softness of this ethereal, magical water all around you, feeling its warmth, perhaps giving it a colour if you wish to. Perhaps it's many different colours. Allow it to cradle you, rock you, support you in whichever way you feel is right. And any tension, any concerns, any worries just melt away into the water, allowing yourself to feel even lighter. And those worries, those concerns, those fears, anything that needs to be released into the water evaporates from its surface as the sun shines down, being completely let go of, released into the atmosphere and into the light. You feel yourself becoming one with that water, knowing that the stiller your mind is, the more peaceful that your mind is, the more tranquil the water is. Feel yourself cradled, supported, nurtured and enveloped. The sun is in the sky. Imagine that sun high up in the sky being reflected down on your surface as if you are a mirror image of the sky above. That beautiful sun that brings us joy and strength, energy, power. Allow that sun to be reflected in your heart space, and the qualities of that sun to be reflected within you. And with each breath you take, feel that sun, that glowing orb of energy within your heart space expand. That sunny yellow orb expanding, and allow a soft smile on your face, even if you don't feel like smiling. Just have the softest glimmer, just imagining the curve of a smile, allowing that smile to reach your eyes, and allowing the sensation of happiness to spread throughout your body. Happiness at being in this beautiful place, as if your whole body has a gentle, soft, easy smile. And at the same time, that golden orb of sunlight in your heart expanding throughout your body, expanding beyond you into the water. So the water changes to a golden yellow colour. Allowing its properties to be even more magical. allowing your whole body, still being supported, to gently sink just below the surface of the water. Still being able to breathe. Perfectly safe, perfectly comfortable, and perfectly at ease. Allowing yourself to be completely immersed, enveloped in this silky smooth, golden, magical water. And see whatever you want to see below the surface in this womb-like environment. Enjoying the safety and the protection of being here. Stay here for as long as you like. And maybe even within your mind's eye while you are relaxing in this magical water, visualizing something entirely different. Whatever is for your highest good. Whatever brings you the greatest comfort. I will stay silent while you continue to enjoy just being. Pause the recording if you wish to stay here for a little longer, or begin to imagine that the water is intuitively moving you towards the water's edge. You're not having to do anything at all. You find yourself with your feet on the surface, and step by step taking yourself out of the water, seating yourself down on that big boulder, that rock, whilst the sun so quickly and efficiently dries your clothes, dries your body, dries your hair, soaking up the energy of this wondrous sun. And then in your own time, drifting, floating back to your body in the here and now. Slowly deepening the breath, each breath a little deeper, but still gentle. And then when you're ready, just moving your body in whichever way feels right to awaken yourself, and flickering your eyes open.